Hello and welcome to the training for the Haveitall 100K Mumpreneur. So my name is Lydia. I am the founder of Lydia Na Coaching, and I'm very excited to be sharing with you the secrets on what got me that 100K in that 14 months. This was a dream that I have always wanted, and I held it on for several years, 5 to 6 years even. But I always found that I couldn't go beyond just a 60K cap. Of course, bringing the money goal, it can mean different things to you, right? But what I really would love for you to think about is, the idea of have it all. People always in society tell us that we can't have it all. We are greedy. We are asking for too much. But is that the truth, or is that their own truth? All right. Because if that is their own truth, which you probably see in their lifestyle, that's what they're imposing on you. Should you believe it or not? And this is what I really want to embody for many women out there, that we don't have to sacrifice time, effort, time with our kids, our own personal freedom just to get the money. Okay, how is it possible that we can have the money, carry it and build it up together all the way to the top, together with upgrading our lifestyle, upgrading our relationships, upgrading our connections with people, our connection with our kids as well, so that when we reach the top of our goal, okay, we can actually enjoy all these fruits along with us. It's not something that is lonely at the top, where you have no family, no friends, no kids around. If you have all that money, what's the point? So this is really a vision that I always had, and I am right now spreading that message to all of you out there. Okay, next. So about me, I have been in a self-employed lifestyle since I was 24. I have about 8 years of financial advisor experience, and I created another income in Q3 2021. 40K Sing dollars to date, in with just 7 clients, the highest being 12K clients. So as you can see, my business model, I focus a lot on working with high caliber clients, people who work with me time and time again, and they pay a premium for that. So at the end of the day, I fully believe that we can actually build a business, we can build a lifestyle, not with a lot of hard work, but with a lot of freedom, a lot of time. Okay, having it all 100K in 14 months, where I had 3-day work week, 48 hours, no work weekends. And right now I have the superhuman ability to juggle home and work commitments like a breeze. Okay, and in fact, when I actually time block, when I actually protected my timing 48 hours, no work weekends, and I told myself that I no longer wanted to just work 5 days a week. I wanted to have a day where I can take off for shopping, where I can run errands as well. Sometimes where I'm looking for materials for my kid, or sometimes I'm cleaning up the house, right? I wanted to have that free time. And I realized that when I actually time protected and I prioritize all these other needs, I learned how to be a lot more efficient and a lot more productive in my time. Okay, and these are really what everybody deserves to know. How I had it all in 100K, March 2021, in my first business, in 1 year I got 57,000. Okay, the second business I actually had additional 20K from September to March, and within April this year to May, in April, May. Yeah, 2 months, I had about 17,000. The remaining drips and drops came from first business, and by end May 2022, I had my 100K already. So why do we want to have it all? Because when you are enjoying life at its best, you get to experience everything, the freedom, the flow of life. And you are like me, right? Ambitious. Then yes, having it all is not just a wish, a maybe desire, but it's the answer to living a rich life. Okay, it's the answer to experiencing everything in life: money, experiences, memories with your loved ones, right? So why I always have this picture, because we actually just booked this in about 2 months, and we made it happen. And in another 1 month, right now is going to October, right? Another 1.5 months we're going to Korea, right? And many people would say that, wow, you have so much money, where do you get all the time? I make it happen. That is really why I prioritize my desire, and everything all will shift, the money will shift, the time productivity will shift, the kids' priorities, getting things done for the kids beforehand will also shift, right? When you prioritize your desire first, everything around will shift. But yet at the same time, why do we not want to have it all? Because we are told that if we want more money, we need to give up time with our kids. We are told that if we want more career achievements, we need to give up our energy. Basically, if we want more of anything, we need to give up something. And then we all ambitious women, okay, high caliber women, I trust that if you're watching this video, you belong to a group of women who want to have it all, who are ambitious, who have very high potential, okay? Because only women who have very high potential and who want to have it all dare to have this vision, okay? Not many people want this because they always shortchange themselves, but not for us. Okay, many people tell us that it's lonely at the top, and you feel it because no one seems to get you. You feel that you're the only one who's going through this whole mess of I want to have it all, but yet having it all is so difficult. Am I being too greedy? Okay, people telling you that you're asking for too much. People saying that it's too difficult. People saying that it's just easier to be average and simple. And you have tried it. You have tried giving up something, okay? You have tried giving up your desires and just going for the norm. But guess what? You choose and neither of it makes you happy. When you give up all of your time to just go for the money, it doesn't make you happy. When you give up all that achievements and all that potential and all that rich experience that you deeply desire and you see other people having it, it doesn't make you happy. So the truth is why? Okay, the truth is that you are really meant to have it all. And the answer to have it all lies in three things. You need 100% confidence. You need 100% mental clarity, and you need a complete mindset change. This is what I discovered that got me from being stuck at the 50 to 60K mediocre range, okay, for 5 to 6 years, to breaking my income ceiling in 14 months. When I embodied confidence, okay, when I had a triumph bank, when I have total mental clarity in what I'm going for, it helped to shut down the noises from what I hear from other people, because you have to differentiate that what you want is different from them. In fact, they may be people closest to you. They may be your best friends. They may be your sisters. They may be your mothers giving you kind advice out of good intentions, but they are not you. And you need to have that mental clarity to know that what they are going for is different from what you are going for as well. Okay, you need to also have that mindset change, that shift, to have that power to always look at an obstacle and change it to a growth opportunity. So what happened in between? Okay, to getting myself from burning weekends and weekdays, okay, sitting in front of the desk, to having a reality of 48-hour no work weekend, to having 3-day work week. While doing all these beautiful downtimes, I can get downtime for my kid, for facial, for massage. In fact, later on, okay, I'm re-recording this. Later on, I'm going to have a school tour for my child because I'm looking to change school for him, and that's right smack in the morning. Like, I can actually do this, right? Because I always believe that we can have it all, and this is really rooted in my coaching. When I built this coaching business, it was really to build towards the vision to have it all. Okay, I came from that place where I was pulling all the stops to earning all that money, but it didn't make me happy. I was also staying at home and looking after my kid, but it didn't make me happy as well. What I discovered that I was a unique blend of a woman who desired to have both. And in fact, when I have both, the energy from my workplace, the success in my work achievements, power and fuel me to be a lot more productive in my home caring duties. Okay, I apply that same efficiency. I apply that same mental clarity in my home as well. How does a baby bird learn to fly? Okay, she always learns to fly when she just gives it a go, but having somebody watching over her. Okay, this is the whole reason why I actually chose to invest in myself and not to go in it blindly, and I had somebody watching me. And this was somebody that I embodied from, I learned from, because she has done it. She has gone through that stages and that messiness of wanting to have it all, but no one told her that it was possible. Okay, and again, when you actually cross from where you want to be to where you want to go, you will either fall or fly. Okay? When you fall, what do you tell yourself? That I just give up? Or it is a learning lesson for you to know what you need so that you can attempt again and fly better the next round. Okay, number one, not fall down. Number two, be a lot more guided on what you need to know so that the next time round, you get closer and closer to flying. And this is what happens when you invest in yourself. Okay, I'm telling you, this was an exact scenario and what I felt when I first put down the coaching deposit. If you think that I went with full confidence, no, that is a complete lie. Same like you, I was plagued with a lot of noises in my head, a lot of fears. But this is what happened. Okay, first thing, I rejected my coach offer only to regret it moments later and jump into it right after. I had fears of rocking the boat, myself, the people around me, okay? And thereafter, I continued to invest in myself deeper and back to back. I didn't stop in between for any integration or I needed a break. No, it didn't happen. I know that I needed to keep up the momentum. And this was what happened to me. I had fear of money uncertainty because of what I would have to go through to get the results. Similarly, this is what everybody think. Oh, if I invest, is it worth it? Is the time worth it? What will happen to the money? Right? I had fear of rocking the boat. What will the people around me think? What will they feel? Am I being too selfish? Am I being too self-centered? These are lies, okay, that people around you or the society tells you so that we can be stuck to doing the same thing like them. Because we are in a herd culture. We are in a herd mentality. And people want to protect you. People want you to feel safe. So that's why they always say that, hey, calm down here. Don't go for too much because going for too much is dangerous. Maybe they have tried before, they have failed, so they don't want you to go through the same pain that they think you will go through. Okay, I almost chickened out of my coaching package when things got too tough, but I changed my mind after I did a lot of meditation. So this was what happened. From that very same fear of money, of uncertainty, I created absolute confidence, hard rock trust, and belief in everything that I did. In fact, the more I invested in myself, the more I actually created a triumph bank that, in fact, when I chose to keep investing in myself, I discovered that these are all the unknown territories that I keep conquering time and time again. Okay, the fear of rocking the boat, okay, shed away my old way of living, and it made way for a new one that actually aligned with my current desires. So many people are stuck in their expired way of living because they refuse to let go of the way of their current living is no longer serving them. Because of that, how can they create a new one that actually serves their current desires? For example, I realized that the hustling way could no longer give me freedom, could no longer give me time, could no longer give me happiness. So what I did was I took the brave step of shedding away my old way of living, and this created a lot more space so that I can create a new one. And the answer to always, when we having a change of mind, when our heart start to falter, especially when we don't see the immediate results, is to have that 100% mental clarity so that you know what is stopping you and you get to have that mindset shift. A lot of people think that when they shift the external circumstances, it will make them happier. No, the only way to actually have to look at things differently is when you have the power to shift your mindset, to change a seeming obstacle to an opportunity, a growth opportunity. So this was what resulted Okay, my first investment, I put in 5K. I got 5K back in one sale 3 weeks later. My second investment, I put in 10.5, set up my coaching business and broke even 2 months later. And my third investment, I put in at another, mind you, all these are additional investment, and I made 37% more than what I usually do. The moral of the story is, when you choose to repeatedly invest in yourself, you activate that confidence, that belief, that deep trust that brings you to that next level again. The higher we go, the bigger goal that we are going for, the deeper our confidence, the stronger our roots in ourselves has to be. If not, what results will always be? Imposter syndrome, or you always realize that you start off something only to fizzle out later on because you don't have that confidence of that next version to hold on to the results of what you want. Always go for permanent change. It always gets you that fastest and sustainable results. If you actually watch my other video, which is on Dare to Shine, I talk about the different kinds of investment in ourselves and what actually gets us the fastest and the most sustainable results is always when you work on your internal programming. Rather than reading books, rather than watching that webinar, to have that next knowledge. Knowledge is not The knowledge does not get you success unless it's implemented. Okay, and always build a triumph bank, because when you have confidence, when you have that deep trust in yourself, you realize that you can keep doing things that you wouldn't realize afterwards. You can play around with time efficiencies. You can, hey, let me just try this in 20 minutes. Maybe I'll be able to get it. Okay, and you realize that, hey, it can be possible, because back behind it is that energy, is that confidence. The next thing I would love to talk about is about mental clarity. In fact, that was the biggest thing that I focused on throughout that 14 months. I had major cleanup on my time productivity. I absolutely protected my family time first as a priority. Okay, as compared to what people tell you that you need to completely give up your time in exchange for work. That's what people say, but I realized that the opposite worked for me. In fact, I became smarter with time, and I always prided putting a high priority on mental declutter, energy cleansing, to keep upgrading even weeks in between. What I did not like, I shed it to know what's my next vision. I keep shedding away what I did not like, and that's what kept moving on. That's what helped me to keep moving on. Okay, so always having number one priority on clarity is crucial, because you learn how to be a lot more focused. You learn how to be a lot more efficient with lesser time. Okay, and I learned how to do deep meditation and energy cleansing, which is the number one tool you need if you want to have mental clarity. This is how I actually hold myself from just having 30 minutes morning routine to having 1 hour. And sometimes when I feel very buggy inside, when I know that there is something that I need to clear out, I work on it immediately. I put aside that 45 minutes, that and 1 hour, and I come back to my work a lot more clearer, ready to move into the next direction. And always have a private coach that you're working with. Always have somebody that you're embodying, because your eyes only choose what it wants to see. If your inner belief says that I need to sacrifice more time, so you always end up not able to embody this into your life. However, if you have someone living, breathing the lifestyle that you desire, and you are working so closely with her, you embody her energy, and your mind starts to shift that, hey, this lifestyle is totally possible. And that was what happened for me. The last one to talk about mindset shift, okay, is to I would really love to take this story on how I actually turn every parent's challenge into my biggest triumph. And this is one challenge that I'm sure every parent will face. What do you do, okay, when halfway through a busy work day, the school calls you and says that I need you to pick up your son, or I need you to pick up your kid because he's not doing well, right? So in the 2021 version, this was me. Okay, every time when the school called, I will always drop my jaw. I throw myself into a fluster. I throw myself into, all these things that I have on my to-do list. I got to throw it out the window. And 1 year later, this is exactly where I am. If you watch my reels, it will be a lot more interactive, right? Rather than right now, it's a still image. But still, what went on in my mind? was this. My old version was thinking to myself, oh my God, what am I going to do? The world is out to get me. I have so many problems right now. I feel so overwhelmed. That was my old version. Okay, I always was in a thought of I have to choose something. Okay, if I take care of my child, I cannot do my work. If I do my work, I can't do my work. What's gonna happen to my kid? Right? And this was all the thoughts that were spinning in my head, which created a lot of fears, which made my energy a lot more unstable. Okay, and of course, no questions asked why I cannot manifest that money. Because when I was taking care of my kid, I'll be having all these negative and blaming thoughts on the external circumstances. Sounds familiar? I'll be telling myself that I can't do this because I can't do that because it cannot happen for me. I'll be telling this all to myself and I feel like shit. This goes back to when we choose, we feel bad. Either way, when we choose something and we give up something else, we feel bad because the truth is that we want to have it all. We want to have all these desires, and all these desires add up to give us cumulative happiness. So what and how did I change to my new version? The first thing I said, all right, what's the absolute first thing I gotta do right now? Okay, creating a landing page right now is not important. Creating a website right now is not important. Changing my copy can be done later. What's the absolute right thing I have to, one thing I have to do right now? Okay, first thing, I dropped all of my stuff. I went to get ready the room, all his clothes, grab my bag, okay, and I took the public transport to pick him up. Along the way, I was Insta-storying it. How can I use this to empower other women? And I use this to tell a story, right? And I realized that, wow, I actually did all of my stories on the way from my work, on the way from my home to picking him up. 40 minutes, done all my stories. I can so do this. This is going to be easy peasy because I have gone through this one time, 100 times, and 1,000 times. And every time I do it, just keeps getting better. Before I get to this stage of nirvana, I would say, of course, I was, hey, how can I discover how can I do this better? How can I improve on my time efficiency? How can I improve on my emotional clarity? How can I improve on my mental thoughts? And I shift all this bit by bit to get to such a grounded stage when school calls, I don't feel wavered at all. And the best of all was changing to the thought of, I have so many problems right now. I can't do anything to, yes, I get to have more time to rest with baby today. I get more time to connect with him. I get more time to even take a nap. When he naps, I nap because I know that I need to have the energy to take care of him when he wakes up. And having this was exactly what I'm trying to show you, that when you change an obstacle to an opportunity, a growth opportunity, okay, you create an opportunity for yourself in creating the best results. You create room to create the best results as well, because how you think is going to determine the outcome. If you think that it's going to be an obstacle, it's going to be a missed opportunity for you to learn how to be better. If you think that it's going to stop you in your way, okay, it's going to be another wasted 2 to 3 days at home, not doing anything, and you send him to school and you come back feeling like shit over the past 2 to 3 days of lacked work. Because at the end of the day, it is not about changing the external weather. It's about how you manage your internal weather, your thoughts, and your emotions, okay, that results in determining the outcome. At the end of the day, when you decide to move out, okay, let's say you have been staying in a really small cottage for your whole life, and you desire that, hey, I want to go for this dream life, a penthouse, okay, overlooking a beautiful city. The furniture in a cottage is no longer suitable for a penthouse. A penthouse, the sofa, the table, the art pieces are all luxe, are all finest to the touch. So this is why when you decide to go for a different life, you need to do massive cleaning up. When you clean up your confidence, you clean up your clarity, and you clean up your mindset. Okay, what does a penthouse version mindset think? What does a penthouse confidence have? Will she still be wavered whenever small noises around her happen? People, tantrums happening, whether small things, small hiccups, such as she being stuck in traffic, does she let these stop her in going for her dreams? Or that would be her old version that she no longer wants to associate with. So in every version, there is a new way of thinking, a new level of clarity, and a new level of confidence. The thing that people always do is that they desire for that dream life, but they carry on their past beliefs, their past emotions, and their smaller version. All right, I wouldn't say it's a small dream, or I'm not putting any meaning on it, but it is smaller as compared to the dream that you're going for. And they often don't clean it up. And that is why they are stuck in that old dream and stuck in their old cottage, not being able to move out, because they did not step into the penthouse mindset, the penthouse clarity, and the penthouse confidence. So these are the success stories, okay, after people have watched my training. And this was even one client who, after watched my workshop, went on to contact me, and we actually are working on the private coaching right now. And this is also not only for my potential clients, but my VA, who I'm working with right now. She actually went on to having her own coaching academy, and right now she has 10 people who are paying her, all right, and they're learning skill set from her on how to set up and how to create Amazon Kindles. Success stories as well from my private clients who say that being in my energy, they feel so inspired. And of course, this is what I mentioned, right? This is a journey for you to discover a different way of living, okay, to shed away your old past behavior so that you can create a new one. Okay, and I really love how when people always feedback to me how their lives totally change, okay, after they have started on coaching with me, to also help them discover themselves in the process. It's not so much having that goal. Yes, it's beautiful, but what's more beautiful is the whole transformation journey. And of course, this is my private client who worked with me for 6 months. And what I keep talking about, the old versus new. You see, I talk about old version, the new version when I first invested in myself. And you also see the old mindset and the new mindset, because when we actually see very clearly how we move towards the new version, okay, we create and we rewire our brain to let our brain know that, hey, all this old stuff, I'm leaving out. Okay, I only want the new version. And this is what I really love to provide as a bonus, that you are entitled to a 20-minute power call with me to gain clarity on your next steps. Because clarity is always one of the 3 ingredients that you see. You need confidence, clarity, and mindset change to get you to your dream life. And of course, if you love this workshop, please leave behind a love note so that I will know how much you have learned and I can share all these wonderful testimonials with my audience. All right, thank you.